Greetings, my name is Alan. Welcome back to Shop Floor to Summit. Title still pending. This is the channel where I discuss my steps that I'm taking to go from retail life to financial freedom. This is day 70. I know I said in the beginning that I was going to do 5 posts daily, but I realized that I probably should start small. This was advice that was given to me from my masterclass, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is day 70. I'm going to keep it real brief, and I'm going to touch on the points that I typically touch upon in this. I This has been a very interesting week. I've had a lot of ups and downs. Retail life is very draining, but nevertheless, being consistent in the habits in order for me to accomplish the goals that I'm seeking out to accomplish are the things that I focus on. Instead of focusing at a million and one things, you just focus on 3 things. The less that you focus in on, the easier it is to attain those goals. And achieving the things that you want will just make it more tangible. So, just going through the daily checklist on what it typically happens in the day is really important, and that's what I'm going to do. So, what did my day look like? My day looked like um, pretty hectic. My schedule had to change and evolve because I had to take my wife to the doctor to have a procedure. It wasn't something that I was expecting, but I want to be able to support her in whatever she needs, and that went well. So I'd say the day was pretty much right down the middle. It was mid. It wasn't easy. It wasn't exhausting. I would say if you talked to me yesterday, it was definitely exhausting. Just emotionally, in the work that I have to do, I have to really be present and providing options and making sure I'm not only speaking but hearing and listening and understanding where my customers are. But the day is over, and I am grateful that the day is over because I get to go to sleep right after this and wake up tomorrow and plan not only the day's wins, but next week's wins and start taking the necessary steps to move towards my goal still. How am I feeling? Motivated or not? I'd say I'm feeling motivated. I had a conversation with my pod group, which was very helpful for me to hear where everyone is. I would say I was very frustrated earlier in the morning, and the reason why I was frustrated simply was because there's something that I'm trying to learn specifically within real estate, and I think my understanding was coming through a lens of what I learned when going to school. I went to school for English literature. I did want to become a teacher, but that didn't really pan out the way I had hoped and anticipated. So uh, I think I was just overcomplicating the process of understanding what underwriting is. And I've been reading and watching and asking a lot of questions about what underwriting is. And this morning on my phone call on my way to work, speaking with everybody and just putting myself out there, I now understand what it is and how quickly I can get those things done. So that's what I have. And that's what I'm going to continue doing, just chipping away at the main goal day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. So, what have I learned? I think I just answered that. I am learning and understanding underwriting, how long it takes, and how I can use that to understand if I'm pursuing a deal within real estate. What actions have I taken? I have shown up. I think showing up is really the most important thing. I think recording this video is really important. If I'm not doing that, then that can be just challenging because if I'm not showing up, I'm not doing the things that I need to do, if I'm not putting myself out there, I'm not holding myself accountable, and not having other people hold me accountable, then there's no real way to know that I'm actually making progress. And progress is really important whenever you're attaining your goals. What am I planning and anticipating next week to be? I think I'm anticipating me to be a little bit more consistent when it comes to underwriting. I should be able to realistically be consistent in the space of underwriting about 3 deals, minimum 3 deals, now that I really truly understand what it is. Um, is this working or not? I would say it is working because I still talk with people and see where they were last year and what they were doing then versus what they're doing now. I am seeing more people succeed in this space than people who are not. And that gives me hope. And that allows me to see what options are available and what opportunities are in waiting around the corner. Um, I would say for diet, water, and fasting, diet was a little off today. I think because I had to take some time, I ended up eating out, which isn't something that I enjoyed doing, um, because my health is really important to me, and I know every once in a while is okay. But through the recent trips that I had to the doctor, I do want to maintain and watch my diet and make progress just the same way I'm making progress with all my other goals. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I did have water. I think water is very important. I think 2 days ago, I didn't have any water, and that's not good. I want to be more consistent in drinking water. Fasting, no, I'm not going to be fasting. Steps taken. I didn't do cardio, but that is something that I need to do tomorrow. So it's on my list of things to do. I just have to prepare. So I have less of a reason to choose to go to the gym. I just go, which is important. And my morning routine was almost done. I think the last thing I needed to do was my journaling, which it's just going to be a few quick blurbs about what happened this morning. Short summary on the other projects that I'm working on. I would say I'm making progress there. I'm in an appointment to speak with my editor. It's going to be in a couple of weeks, so that gives me plenty of time to really um, know exactly what it is that I'm going to be writing and getting it down on paper. Once I get it down on paper, reading it out loud and just hearing how it sounds as I wrote it and fine tuning and just let the editing process work for story structure. So I'm really excited about that as well. 3 to 4 hours, I think that's the consistency that I'm seeing there. And I'm just going to continue on that space because I know that the more consistency that I have, I'm not really trying to hit it out of the park and just grind all day. Um, I'm really in it for the long haul, and um, just really understanding about what my next steps are going to be, what the next 5 years are going to be is helpful because I've been talking about that with my wife, and that's been nice to hear some of the things that we are aligned on and some of the other things that also need to be discussed as well. Number on financials, I'm still not making any money, but that doesn't deter me. I know that this requires work. It's not easy. If it were easy, then everyone else would be doing it. Um, I'm just going to keep at it. I know that's what I'm going to keep doing. So that's all I have. I just want to keep it nice and simple for whoever is watching, and you can go back, see my progress, and hopefully this inspires you to state a goal, write it down, make it clear, and putting it out there and seeking people who have already done what you are looking to do, and move on to the next thing, help the next person. So that's all I have right now. Keeping it for about 2 weeks until I'm a little bit more on my feet on what I'm doing, so I can give some real tangible advice for where I'm going on my retail to financial freedom journey. So this is what I got, and I'll see you next time.